It's day 21. We have started building a ToDo app. There are a lot of things that I need to look into more, I feel like, but I can show you what we have. Just a second. So here's the app. Let me turn off other tabs. Basically, so it says to do, what to do. So we enter a task here. Let's say take out the trash. And then we select how urgent it is. So it's urgent, not very urgent, and it doesn't matter when. So whenever, basically. So if I select that it's urgent and press add, so it creates this task, and we have buttons to select that it's done, which for some reason this is selected as done at the moment, so I'll have to fix that, and then delete, but it doesn't work yet. So far we got to just forming the tasks. If I make another task, watch a movie, and select that it's not very important, you'll see that it comes with a different background. And if I say something else, and select that it's whenever, we will have a third kind of border. So that's the basic list, and we can keep going. Hello. So it just keeps adding. So what we're gonna do later is to make it sort by urgency, to obviously make the done button work as it should, to be able to delete these. And the basic logic of this is, so we have this left hand side input area where we write what kind of task it is and how urgent it is, and then it's all recorded in an array, and then that array gets shown on the side, and every time that we write something, it deletes whatever was in there and loads a new array. And obviously it happens so fast that we don't see it, but that's the idea, because just adding it on the bottom is apparently possible, but much more difficult, and then sorting and moving things. To be able to delete and not lose things, we are using a random ID value for each one of those tasks, and it's random within like millions, so it should be no problem there. Let me show you the code as much as I understand. So basically, I need to analyze it more, but so first we have an array where we have the values. So these urgency values are actually not in HTML file. They are loaded from the JavaScript file. So this is the labels and the values for this. And then second, we have the tasks. So this is the main array that we use to load the tasks. Let me actually share the screen because I wasn't showing. So this is the labels for this part. So we can select how urgent it is. Then this part is the array for all the tasks to be recorded and then printed on the side. Here, this function is just a random function that we're using for IDs. Then this render priority selector, this part is what shows this part. It basically prints this part because we don't have it in HTML. So the way that it works is we have this selected, So that part I believe is in the document. Yeah, data task list. Data task priority. Here we go. So data task priority. So we select this, then have another variable called HTML. And then for each option, we run this cycle. So we add to HTML variable, we add the value, basically starting tag, then the value that's there, which we can see here. So value 1, label urgent. And then we close that tag. And so we, let's see what this does. This writes the HTML into the this variable into the HTML file. And so we run it in here, render priority selector, that's the function, and that's we run it in the bottom. And then adding the task, so we have task input, just selected here, task priority, which we defined before, and then ID, we use random number between these two. And then, yeah, and this is used to write things into the file, and I believe it's used here. So these tasks, ID, task priority, and if it's done or not. Then, so we use this unshift. What unshift does is, instead of putting things at the end of the array, it puts them in the front and then shifts everything further. So the indexes are rearranged basically. So we do render tasks, and that's where this is defined. So we define HTML again. We say that for every time that this variable, this array, for each element that it has, we then deconstruct this and then use those values in there. So that's basic idea of it. There's a bit to wrap my head around still. I don't think I could build something like this myself yet, but I think I understand most of the logic if I look into it. Just need practice to make it kind of natural, and to be able to use these as solutions for my problems, my tasks. So that's it for day 21, and we'll continue building it the next day.